Boxing fans, it's Aztec 101 in the ring. And I know this is a late post fight video, but I do want to talk about Adrian Broner versus Mikey Garcia. Who watched that fight? Did you guys check it out? I thought it was a very good fight. I thought it was fun to watch, um, even though it was one sided. And a lot of people are upset with Adrian Broner's performance. I enjoyed myself. There's a lot of what ifs thrown up in the air right now. What if Adrian Broner didn't have all this drama outside the ring? What if he was fully dedicated to the sport 100% of the time? What if he let his hands go? All these what ifs and if onlys don't matter. It was very clear that Broner was aware of his situation. He knew that public perception was going to be swayed depending on how he performed in this fight. He knew he was the underdog. He knew that Mikey Garcia was there to make an example out of him. So he took this fight serious. There's no doubt in my mind that this fight was overlooked by Broner. If it was, that's a big mistake, obviously. But from the eye test, just from the build-up leading up to the fight, Broner made it very clear that he's taking this very serious. So I can't take anything away from Mikey Garcia. Broner didn't give up. He didn't get knocked down. I know there's a lot of criticism to how many punches he was throwing and the fact that he didn't let his hands go, but he's there up against a really good boxer. Just letting your hands go when that's not your style of fight doesn't really match up. It only plays in the boxer's favor. So Broner did what he could with the skill set that he had. And I think a lot of people overestimate the skill set that Broner has. He's a very good B- fighter, maybe a C-level fighter. The type of guy that will lose probably a rematch. If he does a rematch with Granados, I got Granados winning that fight. Broner, they played us with Broner. As boxing fans, we just have to admit that we got played. Now, I know a lot of you spotted the hype job from the beginning, right? But let's be honest, a lot of us got played. We saw Adrian Broner fighting smaller guys, and we thought that this guy's a shit. He's knocking out all these guys. He's moving up in weight divisions. He's got multiple belts. And he lands at 147. Now, mind you, he fought Paulie Malignaggi, and still with Paulie Malignaggi, he had a close fight. But even with Paulie, I don't think the public was still in tune with Broner's skill level. I think they were still hyping him up, and it was wishful thinking, but a lot of people still had Adrian Broner as one of the top fighters in the world. Marcos Maidana completely erased that. Broner got a shot again with Porter, and with Porter we started seeing something that we haven't seen before with Adrian Broner, which is someone else being favored to win. Because Marcos Maidana was not the favorite. He was the one that was supposed to go and lose. Broner was supposed to be the highly skilled, technical, slick fighter that was going to outbox Marcos Maidana, and Marcos Maidana is just this, rock'em sock'em robot type of guy, and Broner has all these skills, and that's kind of the mentality that people had. And as soon as that fight was over, then we go Porter and Broner. And then people kind of start waking up. You start realizing, oh shit, he's not very good against aggressive fighters. He has all these weaknesses. He slows down the pace of the fight. He doesn't throw enough punches at times. He's open for wide shots that come out of nowhere. his footwork isn't so great. Then you start seeing flaws, and even up until now, even with Mikey Garcia being favored, I think a lot of people were hoping that Adrian Broner was going to snap out of it and go back to his normal self. But fact is that Broner has never changed. He's been the same fighter through and through from the beginning of his career to now. The main thing that we're looking at is now he's fighting guys his own size. Now he's actually fighting guys his own weight. And he's no longer outweighing opponents, even though even with Mikey Garcia, he did look like the bigger guy. He was obviously the bigger guy. But there wasn't that huge difference. You know, he wasn't fighting one of the smaller guys at 135. He was fighting someone that was ready to move up and has a frame to be able to move up. Mikey Garcia can move up and be successful at 140, 147. I think that the Diamond Belt, even though it's a bullshit belt, if it's going to be around and it's going to be given to fighters, then at least let's have it be useful. So, if that belt can get Mikey Garcia a fight with Terrence Crawford or Julius Ndongo, whoever wins undisputed at 140, I think that would be a great matchup. That's really the only way to make that belt useful, you know? And it's not the type of belt that gets put up on the line or belt that he has to defend. All it is just a little trophy for those of you who don't know what the Diamond Belt is, it's just a trophy for two popular fighters, big name fighters. It's just a trophy for the winner of their fight, and that's it. It's situational based, so you know it depends on who's fighting, and there's different fighters that have won this. Bernard Hopkins has won it. Canelo has won it. There's different fighters, but anyways, I would like to see Mikey Garcia fight the winner of Terrence Crawford and Ndongo. I would like to see him move up, but 140 at this point seems like there's more prestige following the undisputed route, so might as well go for it. And what do you guys think? Who should Mikey Garcia fight next? Is Adrian Broner done? Is he finished? Like, can you guys envision him beating anybody that's at the top of their division at 140 or 147? You know, can he beat Danny Garcia still? Can he find these fights? You know, maybe fight. Can he get that fight with Manny Pacquiao? You think he would do well against a guy like Manny Pacquiao or Jeff Horn or Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman I think sleeps Broner, but still, it's your opinion. Who do you guys think Broner can still beat as far as high level? And then who should Mikey fight next? This was a good fight. It was one-sided. Mikey Garcia completely outboxed Adrian Broner, and I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. I had a hard time picking who was going to win. So in my breakdown, I just made it clear. I don't have a prediction. I'm just going to break the fight down and have fun with it while I watch it because, I was giving Broner a lot of credit, and I was thinking that his weight and his size would be a factor in the fight, which I was wrong. It wasn't a factor. It didn't mean shit. So what do you guys think? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.